how's it going? I hope you're really well. Today's video is a quite highly requested video. It is my go-to no makeup look. It's the look I'll do if I want to look like myself, looks like I'm literally barely wearing any makeup. My skin looks fresh. I'm not wearing any foundation today, so this is a foundation free video. I'm using minimal products. It's super quick and easy. I hope you guys enjoy it. I feel like this is perfect for Valentine's Day because you just look like yourself. It's great if you're just having a night in for Valentine's Day, if you're not doing anything special, but you want to put a little bit of effort in, but you don't want to look like you've put makeup on to stay at home, if you know what I mean. Unless you want to do a little something extra and special, and I totally am up for that as well. But it's just super flattering, just enhances your features, gives you a bit of that youthful glow that we all want. And yeah, without further ado, here is how to look not all that different to how you normally look. I am not going to be wearing foundation in this video because I feel like no matter how little you wear, you're probably going to look like you're wearing foundation unless you wear something like the MAC Face and Body and you wear it really sheerly. That's a beautiful foundation. But if you are someone who is not completely comfortable with, you know, wearing no foundation, then wear a really sheer foundation. But in place of foundation, I'm going to be using one of my holy grail products. This is the Origins Vitasing Sheer Tint Release. I've talked about this so many times. The concept behind this is it goes on like a grey off-white shade. It's got little grey beads in it. Not actual beads, you can't feel them, but they little grey dots. And as you rub this cream in, don't know if you saw that, the little beads kind of burst and release a tint. Now this is beautiful if you are very lucky with your skin and you don't have much discoloration and you don't need, you know, to really even out your skin tone. This will literally just even out most of your skin. Obviously if you have like severe redness or severe acne, it's not going to cover. It hasn't got any coverage to it. It just tints the skin. So for me this is perfect because I normally do fake tan my body and my face is often a lot paler than my body, so this just helps to match it. So I don't know if you can tell the difference, but that has just warmed up my complexion. I look ever so slightly less dead and it's also really hydrating. That's one thing about a no makeup look, is just making sure your skin looks hydrated. Doesn't have to look greasy, doesn't have to look shiny, just plump and hydrated. So make sure you put a lot of moisturiser on. And then this again is a moisturiser, which just makes your skin look great. For concealer, I do have a few blemishes and some redness that I want to cover up. So I am going to spot conceal. This is the Glossy Stretch Concealer in the shade Medium. In the UK, this is difficult to get your hands on. Just use any lightweight, kind of balmy textured concealer, because this is super glossy. Pop this wherever I have any redness and need that little bit more coverage, but just keep it very much like pinpointed where you need it. Don't just kind of vaguely put it on because it will go where it's not needed and then you're kind of defeating the purpose of a no makeup. Now I think this look is perfect for Valentine's Day because obviously your partner has probably seen you without makeup on. Like if you're going out for just like a really chilled out dinner, or if you're staying in, which realistically is probably what Tim and I are going to end up doing, it's nice to just look like you, but just to look like a slightly polished you. And to be honest, they probably won't know whether or not you're wearing makeup anyway, so they might just think you look naturally glowing and beautiful, which everyone does without makeup anyway. I'm now going to go in with a slightly lighter shade of concealer. Again, a nice moisturising, lightweight one. I'm going to use my Maybelline Instant Age Eraser Eye, whatever it's called, in the shade Light. As light as you go, you will probably see, I'm also going to cover up the veining on my eyelids, you'll probably see product sitting on top of your skin, and that's not what you want. So again, a little bit of darkness will show through, some blemishes will show through, but as I said, your partner has seen you without makeup on before. Like, this won't be they aren't going to be shocked or disappointed in the way you look. So for bronzer, normally I would go for a creamy bronzer. So this is the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel. Obviously it's an expensive bronzer, you do not have to use this. There are loads of cream bronzers on the market now. I'm going to use a Real Techniques, what's it called, an Expert Face? Yeah, an Expert Face brush. And this, I'm just going to use the smallest amount of product, and I'm going to really work this into my face. I'm just going to hit where the sun would naturally hit me. This is just going to warm up your skin a little bit, give you that kind of sun-kissed glow. And I'm working with creams because you can really buff a cream into your skin. You can really make it look like part of your skin. I'm going to apply a bit of a blush, but if you're like me and you get naturally quite flushed, you don't have to do this, because as you can see I still have quite a bit of redness peeking through. But for those of you who don't blush that much, I'm going to use a aqua blush from Bourjois. I've talked about these before. These are beautiful. They're kind of like a dupe for the Adam Sandler watercolour blushes. I'm just going to rub this tint between my fingers so it's really light. I'm just going to pat it in the flattering places on my cheeks, rather than where I tend to go red, which is down here. Because when I did my EPQ, if you don't know what an EPQ is, if they don't do them at your school, it's called an extended product qualification, and you basically design your own A-level really. You choose the topic, you choose what you talk about. I did a whole documentary about why teenage girls wear makeup, and I kind of looked into the history of makeup and why people think it's attractive to have red lips or like pink cheeks or whatever. Through evolution, basically when you are more fertile, or like in season, you get naturally more flushed cheeks and lips, and also when you're aroused that happens. So like in nature, men found it more attractive when women had like flushed cheeks, because obviously reproduction was all that people cared about. So I thought that was quite interesting. Even to this day, they still like a rosy cheek and a blushed lip, you know? So you want to mimic that natural flush, especially on Valentine's Day. If you've got an oilier skin, obviously change up the products, go for some powders, but just really make sure you work them in. Now for brows. Brows are tricky with me because I don't have much here, which is where you would normally want to enhance if you want to go for like a natural fluffy brow, and that's where I have to fill mine in the most. So I'm gonna use a powder rather than a pomade. This is Max Brun eyeshadow, and as you can see it's well loved. This used to be my everyday brow product. I'm just going to take my brow gel. This is the Glossy brow gel, but any brow gel will do. And I'm just going to brush my hairs up, clinging onto every little hair, just so that I can see what I'm working with. Now I'm just going to go in and follow the direction that those hairs are going in, and just sharpen up that bottom line a little bit. Obviously, if you have naturally formed brow, if you're not missing half an eyebrow, then just use the brow gel. I love a feathered brow. It is so up my street. I'm going back in with that brow gel, and this will just add a few more fibres and hold what you've done in place. Okay, I'm going to highlight, but I want to use a cream highlighter, and I'm going to, more specifically, a stick highlighter. So I've got two here. I've got the Benefit What's Up, which is more of a gold, and the Glow All Out from Soap & Glory, which is slightly pinker. I prefer a more gold shade on myself, so I'm going to use the What's Up. I'm just going to take it on my brush that I used to bronze with, and I'm going to push it on top of my cheek and then buff it into all the other products. You want to really work this in because you don't want a line of shimmer on your cheek. Obviously that's nice for like an Instagram photo or an event where you're having loads of flash photography and stuff, but when it comes to looking real in like everyday life, and you might be in the sunlight if you're going for like a day date, or if this is like a first date and you want to look really natural, you don't want everything to look super natural and then you just suddenly have like a really shimmery cheek. That is glowy. I'm now going to set my face and I'm going to use an Hourglass ambient lighting powder because these are fabulous for setting your makeup and keeping it looking natural. So I'm going to go in with diffused light, which I love because it allows your skin to glow. Oh wait, this is diffused light. This is dim light, so I just use dim light all over my face, and then I'm going to take diffused light and I'm just going to set my under eye concealer because it's a nice brightening yellow shade. So I want to add a little bit of depth to my eyes because obviously for Valentine's Day you're going to be looking into each other's eyes, etc, etc. So there are a couple things you can do. I'm going to do both. I'm going to take a little bit of that cream bronzer just on my finger, and this I'm just going to press over my lid. Now this will crease, keep that in mind. And also take a really, really fluffy brush and natural warm toned bronzer. Barely even get any product on it, tap it off, and then just lightly buff this into your crease. You can either leave it natural so you don't even put concealer over it, but I have quite a lot of veining on my eyelids, so I like to cover up the veins because they aren't so sexy, but then kind of re-add that depth, which I think is very sexy. I like to bring it down to my brow as well. Now, I'm someone who contours their nose every day, and I'm not saying you have to do this, but I'm going to do the same thing again, barely any product, and this is lightly contouring. I'm now going to add a little bit of mascara. I am going to wear black because my lashes are black, or like really, really dark brown. If you're blonde, go for a light brown, etc. I'm going to use the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash because this is so natural on me. And I'm not going to curl my lashes, I'm literally gonna coat them just to add a little bit of definition back to your eyes because at the moment your eyebrows are taking over your face. Alright, so that is the skin and the eyes done. I am now gonna do my lips. There are a few different options you could go for. So this is the Clarins Instant Light Natural Lip Perfector in the shade 5. Does it have a name? No. This is just a soft pink colour, which is pretty if you just want something that looks like a lip balm. Or there are these, which I love. I have a few colours. This is the Tarte Quench Lip Rescue, and this is in the shade Rose. So that just mimics, again, my natural lip colour. Okay, so here is my kind of go-to no makeup makeup. My skin still looks like my skin. It doesn't look like I have loads of makeup on. My lashes just look tinted. I have a little bit of definition around my eyes. I just like to pair this look with like my kind of go-to like messy beachy waves because this is the only hairstyle I can do. I hope you guys enjoyed this super quick, really easy makeup look using minimal products. They'll all be linked down below if you want to try any of them. I love this look. I wear this look quite a lot. Let me know down below if you could only wear 3 makeup products, what would they be if you had to rush and get out the door? I hope you have the best day and I will see you very soon. Bye!